Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm gonna be reacting to what are the Dutch really like. So yeah, let's check it out.
Dutch stereotypes. We've all heard them. Incredibly tall, blonde people who ride bikes, wear clogs, eat a ton of cheese and hagelslag, and smoke a whole lot of weed in that one city they all live in. Amsterdam. Dutch are also said to be the most rude people out there who have zero filter. They're also stingy. Dutch are all for saving every single penny. No one is more of a sucker for a bargain in Europe than the Dutch. So how accurate are these stereotypes according to the Dutchies themselves? Which are so incredibly true that all the Dutch people swear by them, and which are more on the false side? I went to Amsterdam and Utrecht. Yes, I know, there is another city besides Amsterdam, to find out just that.
What is one Dutch stereotype that you actually agree with?
You're the Dutch. This is what we think of. The Dutch. You definitely have the Dutch look.
They are always very direct.
I agree with that. I'm quite direct.
Are you both direct, would you say?
Yes.
Very.
Very. In which way?
In every way, I think.
Everywhere, yeah.
Well,
first we say something and then we think about it.
Yeah, we can.
We're
be,
both
yeah.
direct. Yeah,
Like
definitely.
in which way? Like if I ask your opinion, you'll tell me what you think.
Yeah, we'll be completely honest.
Yeah.
Are you direct? Both of
I love that. That's actually very refreshing.
your opinion, you'll tell me what you think.
Yeah, we'll be completely honest.
Yeah.
Are you direct? Both of you?
Not always, no.
I've heard that I am, so yeah, I'm direct.
In which sense? Do you tell people what you think?
Always. Always. I'm just honest.
I also love that about our culture. We just say what we think.
I see it as a good thing because you know what to expect of people, but different cultures it could come off as rude as well. I don't know, Asian cultures I'd say.
This Dutch directness can be sometimes perceived as rudeness by foreigners.
Yeah. Oh yeah, certainly.
Absolutely.
If foreign people say that Dutch people are rude, I can imagine.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Roger.
Roger. In Dutch, how do you say it?
Rogier.
Rogier. I really can't do the Dutch accent. If you don't like something that someone is doing, would you tell them directly?
Yeah, I would.
When you asked about the archetypes, I was like, should I say that we're really direct? But I don't feel it that way, actually. I am really going like this, like, I know what you mean, but... So I personally don't recognize it.
What do you think about like the British way of saying, oh, excuse me, sorry, could I please tell you?
It's probably a good thing, to be well-mannered. Being overly direct is not always good because it comes with the conflict.
When you see other very direct Dutch people, does that bother you?
Closes me, I'm like, whoa, you're really direct. That's a bit hard to say, but it's not really my type of people.
Other cultures like to tend to talk around it because not to hurt anyone, and we don't like the fluffiness.
So you don't want to waste someone's time by going around the issue, right?
Yeah, certainly.
You probably say right away whether you like something or you don't like something, or you would say to someone whether something is good or bad. That could come off as very blunt as well if you say, yeah, that's not good. I think Dutch people don't like it when people try to hide things from you. They would like to know things straight up, and otherwise they would see it maybe as ingenuine.
Okay, so if someone says, I love you, oh my God, you're so great.
We would never say that. I mean, I would never say that.
How do you feel when Americans or British people express themselves? Because they're not direct.
sometimes it's difficult to get to the point. Wondering, what do you mean? Get to the point. Tell me, what's it?
And the American people are more, for me, a little bit more fake. Because if you go in America, you go in the shop, they always want, oh, how are you doing? Do you have a nice day?
Yes.
They don't care about the answer. They just ask kind of politeness, but they don't care.
So you don't like it?
I don't like the Americans, no.
Do you like Americans in general?
No.
When I was visiting the US,
I think they have a good point where be direct, don't confuse us. Like, what do you actually mean? I want to know, like, do you like this? Do you not? Should I be acting this way around you? And there's something to say about being direct, and I think it's really a good quality to have. But at the same time, it's good to say it in a way where you acknowledge that some people can't take it immediately. And from what I'm seeing is that the Dutch, they understand that some cultures, they can find it rude, and they're self-aware about that, which is good. So I think somewhere in the middle is a good way to be.
Like it?
I don't like the Americans, no.
Do you like Americans in general?
No.
when I was visiting the US, I also felt like when you enter a store, they're like, hey, how are you doing? And then I was like,
Do I know you?
hello? Sorry?
Is it too much?
It's too much.
It's too
for
much.
us.
Yeah, I think they hold a mask maybe sometimes and be like really nice, but not really. I don't know.
Can be
If a Dutch
fake.
person is nice to you, then
Yeah.
it's like sincere. I
Yeah,
feel.
yeah.
For me,
I like that. If a Dutch person is nice to you, then it's sincere. If they told you you look good, you would believe them immediately. You would be like, yeah, oh, thank you. Uh, so that's good. It's good to be really honest. Actually, I like that.
I don't know.
Can be
If a Dutch
fake.
person is nice to you, then
Yeah.
it's like sincere. I
Yeah,
feel.
for me, it sometimes feels a bit ungenuine. Somebody saying, "Oh well, no, I really like it," and then you get this feeling that it's not really true.
I have a lot of English clients, and I have to type really long sentences to get across. And sometimes I'm like, man, I just want to say yes and no.
Okay, if you want something very easy, you can ask it directly to your boss. There's no hierarchy.
So if you don't like something, you can tell your boss, I don't like this idea.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
In America, for example, if I say something, it was okay, that would be a 4 out of 10 in America. But here it would be could be a 7 or 8 out of 10.
You've seen someone only once and you meet them again. It's, oh, like you're the best friend. How are you? Oh, come here, kind of hug. Okay, come on.
If you don't like somebody, we just tell them.
Doesn't that hurt?
No, the other way around.
No, it's easier.
Really?
Yes.
So if someone says like, you look bad today,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, if you spend a whole day with somebody you don't like, look around how many nice people are here. Then you can spend your time better than that.
They always complain about everything, about the weather or other people.
They always complain.
Yeah, about
Really?
everything.
Yeah.
About the weather, about the crowd, about everything, yes.
Yeah.
Is it because the weather is quite terrible, or is it just the style of people?
We have, it's so good living in Holland, so you complain about everything. When we're in another country, we can always pick out the Dutch.
Really, how can you notice the Dutch? How do they stand out?
The tourists in another country, the way they're dressed, you know, the what they wear, how they behave, always complaining. Oh, look, the coffee's here, €4. Always complaining.
Most of the people eat cheese and sandwich for lunch. They just take bread and they put a slice of cheese on it and they put another bread and it's a sandwich. It's good. It's good enough for lunch. You eat 1 or 2 and it's okay. Nobody complains. Everybody thinks it's okay.
With butter and mayonnaise.
With butter.
With butter or mayonnaise.
Then you're a real Dutch guy.
Why go for lunch and have something warm? I don't get it, because in the evening you are also eating warm. Yeah, I'm having a steak for lunch. You're like, no, you just take some bread from home, get a piece of cheese, maybe butter, you know, and then perfect. For a reason, we're the biggest people on earth, you know.
Peanut butter also really Dutch.
Yeah, peanut butter with hagelslag. For the Dutch people watching, hagelslag, it's the best. Oh. Yeah, that's also typical Dutch. Ja, dat is jammer. Yeah, that's a shame. That's a shame. Yeah, her whole bike bag just dropped in. Yeah.
Have you had any culture shocks upon arriving here?
When I arrived to this country, I came here to do a master's. There was orientation. They gave away free lunches. I remember going to the cafeteria, grabbing my bagged lunch and going to the table, and I open up the bagged lunch. I look inside, it's a sandwich, but there's something missing. So I went back to the table and I asked the lady, can I get a new sandwich because there's something missing? And she looked at it and she was like, nope, that's your sandwich. It was a slice of cheese in between 2 slices of bread. And that was my introduction to the Netherlands.
What is one stereotype that you don't agree with about Dutch people?
Ooh, stereotype.
In other countries, people say we are German.
Yeah.
Everybody from the Netherlands hates it when everybody say we sound like German. We hate it. Don't say it.
German.
We're not German, we're Dutch.
When you're abroad, everyone says like, oh, you're from Amsterdam, you smoke weed, but I never smoke weed.
I think people do like illegal things more, and if stuff is not illegal anymore, it's not as exciting anymore.
Mainly in Amsterdam area, city areas, and for sure tourists that come to Amsterdam smoke a lot of weed, but the average Dutch person does not smoke weed, no.
Being on time and very punctual and planning. If we have a meeting or just like a casual, just a date at 9 o'clock, I'll be there at 9 o'clock. And if someone's 10 minutes late, I'm like, why are you late? So I think that's a bit Dutch, maybe.
Yeah.
Everything is on time and on schedule, and also the buses and the trains and
You have a saying some.
That's actually, I like that because I personally am very OCD with time. And when I say to someone, we're going to meet at 11, I'm actually there at 11 exactly. Or sometimes I'm even 5 minutes before 11. So I really like that.
On time and on schedule, and also the buses and the trains and the
You have a saying something like just being yourself is crazy enough. Is
Yeah.
that true?
That's true, yeah.
How do you say it in Dutch?
Doe maar gewoon, dan doe je al gek genoeg.
Yeah, my mother always used to say that.
Doe maar gewoon.
Yeah.
Act normal.
Yeah, act normal, and then that's enough.
Yeah, that's typical Dutch.
That's typical
Yeah.
Dutch. Yeah.
What does that really mean? What does that come down to?
Don't do anything that's not normal.
For example, if you look at the terrace and you would sit there and you would order a bottle of champagne, then all people around you would thinking something of it.
Yeah.
Why would you order a bottle of champagne?
Yeah.
Do normal.
Behave normal.
And what is being normal? Ordering a bottle of cheap wine.
Yes.
Yeah, cheap wine and a beer. That's
That's normal.
That's
and-
what they think. We like to order a bottle of champagne. That's why we know that people are always react like that.
What do you think about the stereotype that Dutch people they like to save money and they are cheap?
True. Oh yeah.
This is not a multiple choice question. True.
That is true. Cheap. Yeah, we like discounts.
Well,
Who doesn't like to save money?
It's true. Cheap. Yeah, we like discounts.
well, that's the type I am, I think.
Finally found you. You are Dutch after all.
Yeah.
They don't count the money, but they don't want to spend it.
No.
That's the other way around.
I mean, Dutch people in general would pick the cheapest thing in the supermarket and those kind of things, yeah. That's also a reason why in the supermarket in the Netherlands is in general, quite cheap.
Really looking for the cheap things that you can buy, but at the other side, also spending large amounts of money on holidays and stuff.
We also say like, don't be so Dutch, say it to each other, or say like, that's a really Dutch thing to say or to do. And when it comes to like being greedy and with money and stuff.
I always find it interesting because I feel like Dutch people earn quite a lot, but then there is this stereotype that they really like to get a good sale and get things cheaper and actually brag about that they got the cheapest thing. I heard that as well. Is that true?
Yeah, that happens too.
When you get a compliment about your clothes,
Yeah.
first thing you say how much it was, and it's actually nicer if it was cheap. That's
I do
like
that
an
Like,
achievement,
oh yeah, I bought it in the sale, 40% off, and then everybody's like, oh, you got it in the sale for 40% off? Oh my god, that's so nice.
I could live here. I do that too as well. I think it makes sense. I mean, if you paid a lot of money for it, then what's so cool about it, right?
Yeah.
Why is that? Because I feel like Dutch people earn quite a lot of money.
Yeah, that's true. They don't want to spend it because when you're not spending it, you keep it and it's there when you're old.
Why would you spend it today if you could save it for tomorrow?
Maybe we used to be Protestant country and a bit Calvinist, and there's also being very economic about your expenses.
I just think they like to negotiate, that's all.
In Holland we have a word, it's called genieten. And there's not really an English word for it, but it just means having a good time, and a lot of Dutch people tend to focus their life on genieten. Enjoy the sun.
Enjoying the moment. I think,
really
right?
be in the moment.
Isn't there another word for it?
Yeah, you also have gezellig. Yeah.
So you have a lot of words for having a good time.
Yeah. Actually.
So you really want to have a good time.
But I think genieten is more.
Gezellig is the word, not genieten. Yeah, it's gezellig. Yeah,
and I think genieten is more from the inside, that you enjoy the moment, and gezellig is like the circumstances you're in are gezellig.
Yeah.
So I know better Dutch than you.
I like that. Yeah, enjoy the moment, enjoy the sun, the air, the beautiful scenery. That's a really good way to live life and to have the perspective of enjoying the moment. I think that's very nice, and I think that's really a good way to live your life. I really like the way they think about being direct. It's that it's not rude. It's actually saving people time, respecting people time, telling people that, I don't like this. So it's a good information to know. It's someone being honest with you is good. It's not rude. And it can actually like tell you immediately, oh no, that person won't work with me. I can't be hanging out with that person. So why waste your time and be like fake and stuff like that, and then at the end the relationship does not work. Same thing at like they said in their work, like if their boss tells them something, they don't have to be politically correct or whatever. They're just gonna tell them, no, I don't like this idea, which is, I think it's very efficient and removes confusion and I like that. I really like that. I think I want to be more like that in my life. I tend to like sometimes, I want to say what I mean, but I want to say it in a nice way. But I think that's a really good way to just be direct and honest and also not feel guilty about it because you are saying the truth, your truth. And that's really something admirable, actually. I really want to adapt that into my own life. And yeah, I really enjoyed watching this video. And thank you guys for watching with me. And I'll see you in my next video.